Okay? There are actually 15 traits that I'm going to share with you now. I call them the Hansen 15. Because they were actually taught to me by a man named Jason Hansen, who's an ex-CIA operative. He runs a website called Spy, Escape, and Evasion. Very, very cool stuff. If you're focused on the story they're telling you, rather than looking for the discrepancies, you'll miss it. You'll get sucked into the story. That's the power of stories. I'm going to show you some really cool story trick at the end, because if you really want to catch a liar, have them tell you their story, and then ask them to tell it to you backwards. Okay? Unless they've had way too much Botox, which means they're really lying. Okay? Going back to something we talked about earlier, never accuse a person of lying directly. Okay? More often than not, we need to warm up the pot before we throw the frog in there, right? Or put the frog in the pot and then warm up the bowl, right? We have to ask questions that are, in some cases, very tangential, very oblique, sometimes even allegorical or metaphorical. This is why this is the first time when I taught lie detection that I've actually taught people the 3 magic questions protocol in this context. Normally I reserve that for, I work with a company called Next Trial Innovations. We're a relatively new company, but we specifically work with personal injury attorneys and jury consulting and things like that. This is such a power, we literally have video when you utilize the 3 magic questions protocol and the state control stuff I started with. We literally have people, expert witnesses on video, waiving their attorney-client privilege to talk to my clients. Okay, now, for those of you who are in the legal profession, you know that's a big deal. Okay, it's that powerful. And it's not just a one-off. We have had several situations where that's occurred. So even though it seems very basic, the 3 magic questions and this whole matching, mirroring, state control thing, it is profound. If you really want to get into that, start with Amy Cuddy's power poses, and then get a book called Honest Signals. Honest Signals. Okay? And it's actually not on lie detection, but it is on nonverbal influence and group dynamics. So for the lady here who does the security work, yes, sir, that is going to be a gold mine for you in terms of what to look for when people are trying to gain access. Oh, no worries. Do we need a break? Or you guys want to keep going? Okay, all right. Why to argue? All right. So honest signals and then power cues, which is an extrapolation on the information in honest signals. Power cues actually has, for those of you who do a lot of storytelling work, Power Cues has a great primer on how to tell very compelling stories, as well as the primary archetypal themes that people find the most persuasive. Okay? So it's really a good resource for those of you who are going to do a lot of story work, Ericksonian-based metaphors, things like that, or if you're going to create your own.
That was the honest signals?
Honest signals and then power cues. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's by Sandy Pendlin, I think is the term. I'll look at it later. Let me just go through the rest of these.